Welcome to another episode of the Woman Up podcast, a place where we entertain, elevate, and educate women on this journey we call life. And on this week's episode, I have the amazing Cilia Li, a friend and founder of Conscious Queenology. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. I'm really excited to be here.
Yeah, I'm like excited. This is like the first episode in the studio for me.
Yeah.
I'm
honored. The first person.
Yeah, so it's like, I don't know, it feels like really like official. Like I'm back,
It is
we're
official.
launching, like, yeah.
You're back.
I'm back on it. I can't be lazy. So yeah, like me and you are friends. We've known each other. I mean, it's still less than a year, I think.
Yeah.
But
Gone quick though.
I feel like, yeah, we've got to know each other quite a lot over the last year. And I feel like there's still like loads of little things that I don't know about you.
Okay.
So I'm just going to start with like icebreakers, like get to know you stuff. I'm going to start with some would you rather.
Okay.
So just like quick fire round. And yeah, whichever one you prefer, we'll go with it. So it's...
Sorry, but do you mind me slouching?
No,
Okay.
it's fine. Just get comfortable. Okay, so sleep in or get up early?
Ooh. It really depends on what day it is. This is a hard one.
I thought you were like an early bird for some reason.
I mean, I don't like to sleep late till late.
Yeah.
So yeah, get up early then. But I do like to sleep in sometimes, depending on what day it is. But when I say sleeping, I don't mean like I'll get up like 12. I can never do that. The latest I can sleep to is 9 a.m.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's good though. Even if you have like a late night, like if you're out partying or something.
Well, okay, if I go home like 7 a.m.
Oh, okay.
Then I'll probably wake up at 12.
Yeah, okay. Live in the country or live in the city?
Country.
Cook dinner or do the dishes?
Cook dinner.
Oh yeah, you like
I
doing
love
dinner
cooking.
parties and stuff.
Yeah, I love cooking.
Yeah, I'm waiting for my invitation
Okay.
to like a dinner party.
That's when I do one, yeah. Don't worry, you're definitely invited.
Horror movies or rom-coms?
Rom-coms.
Same. That's like a no-brainer for me though. I wouldn't even have to think about it. Go on a cruise or go camping?
Camping.
Really?
Just in case if that cruise sinks, a cruise ship sinks.
What if like you get eaten by a bear, like camping?
I never thought of that, but at least I think camping is more exciting and yeah.
It's more like nature.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas I feel like cruise, you're still like, because you're on a ship, like it's just still very, I don't know. Not saying I would never go on one, but I just feel like it's not as natural. So
yeah, it's just like a hotel, but
yeah,
on
you're
water.
stuck in. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay, next one's finish the sentence. Yeah, this interview is gonna be
about me.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
I'm creative.
I can't be the only one who
eat all the cake. That's just the first one that came to my mind.
I feel like you do like cake though, no?
Yeah, I love cake.
Yeah. I found this banana in my
fridge.
One day I'm going to
be famous.
Oh, okay. Don't forget me.
I won't. Don't worry.
Have I ever told you that?
Have I ever told you that I don't know why that's so difficult. Have I ever told you that I'm a lover girl?
That's so random. And nobody could stop me from
being myself.
Oh, I like that. I feel like that is like true to you as well, though.
Yeah.
And then I've just got like random questions now.
Okay.
What's your phone wallpaper at the moment?
My logo.
Oh, because you're in like your
my personal brand.
Yeah, your personal brand era.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a nickname?
Just C. No, not really. Not really a nickname, is it? CC. Not really.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah.
I like it. Okay, so I feel like I learnt about you. I thought you had like a really cool nickname for some reason, but I don't know why. Like, I don't know, like a Chinese nickname or something.
Well, I mean, my mum calls me Mui Mui. It's not really a nickname. So Mui Mui is like all
Oh.
Chinese mums would call their daughter or the youngest sibling in the house Mui Mui. So Mimi's little sister. But that's about it, really. It's not really. Never had a nickname.
Yeah. Okay. So I want to get to know you. Like for anyone who doesn't know you, let's go like back to
Okay.
like where you grew up and
Okay.
like where these like hard times that you described before. Like what are you referring to?
So okay, it's funny. I never grew up hood.
Yeah.
So it's funny, but although I didn't grow up hood, but I've been around it. When I say around it, I don't mean like I was involved in drugs and nothing, not like that. What I just said is actually I'm quoting from someone that I used to date. He goes to me, "Wow, you didn't grow up hood, but you been through it, something like that." But this relationship, like being involved in the wrong, being around the wrong people. So first boyfriend was like kind of thug. Involved in he was kind of involved in drugs and violence and I was there, but I've never seen it. But well, actually, tell a lie. Seen him and his friend got into a massive fight where we had to call the police and well, actually got called the ambulance because he hurt his wrist or something like that. And then afterwards went to the hospital. I remember going to the A&E and a CID came.
Oh wow.
Telling him to like basically so what happened, blah blah, and if you had to take pictures of him and all of that, and then afterwards he was like, I'm dropping charges because that's my boy, like we just had a fight, that's it, but I'm dropping charges, things like that. So yeah, so things like this, and then okay,
I'm scared now.
me and my ex, we had a little farm in the
Aww.
no, a farm as in
weed
farm.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you meant like a little goat farm.
No, in a flat.
Oh, okay.
So we used the bedroom we used the bedroom to grow stuff, and we slept in the living room.
Right.
I didn't agree with it, but he said something was okay, fine, life's hard, whatever, do what you should do. And then we involved someone that was basically we called a roadman, all of that. And then remember I told you last in my podcast. Was that my podcast? I said to you like one truth and then two other two a lie.
Oh,
no, sorry. No. One lie and two truths. Was that remember? And I said
and you said you got stopped.
Stopped and searched, yeah. And you actually believed it. I was like, yeah, you're right. So for example, being stopped and searched, like my car got searched for drugs, all of that stuff, and and then picking him up from the police station because he got arrested, all of that, just seeing so many things. Yeah, so it's not like bad, like terrible, like, oh my God, I see someone get killed in front of me or nothing like that, but just all of that. And then, but it destroyed my self-esteem and all of that because of the person, not because of what I seen, but that person, him being him, destroyed my self-esteem, like really did a lot of damage to me, like quite toxic. But so seeing all of that, and then then after when I broke up with him, which is around early 2020, when I broke up with him, that's when I started my self-love journey. Really started focusing on myself. And so basically that.
So where did like the change happen? Like where did the self-love, like you're like a self-love advocate. When did that start and like why? Like what made you take that journey, like start that journey?
Originally I wouldn't even say it was self-love. I didn't know it was I didn't even know I started my self-love journey. It's literally that's it. I need to learn how to attract the right guy or take back control. I'm no longer crying for a guy. I'm no longer gonna chase a guy. Only guys come to me. I'm gonna have them like begging to be with, like that kind of mentality, basically, right? So it started off with that. Because basically after breaking up with him, it was hard because I was so addicted to his energy, his toxic energy. And we all know if we've been to a toxic relationship, we are so addicted to the toxic side of the relationship. But anyway, so even after we broke up, I was just sad.
Mm.
I was just like, oh my God, I miss him, blah, blah. Although I know he's not good for me. I know he's been disrespecting me, like, meaning like he sees other girls, all of that. Always calls me, oh, always says stuff like, yeah, you're the main chick. Like he would say it in a jokey way, sort of thing. Or like, oh, maybe you're a side chick now, something like that.
Oh.
But anyway, so, um, yeah, so then after breaking up with him, he was then call me, like still FaceTime me, and I would still answer. And it was sort of
Mm.
like feel a bit better and back and forth, back and forth.
Mm.
So then after 6 months later, I said, you know what, that's it. Nah, I need to like get rid of it. And then I read my this girl that I know from dance. She wrote a book called
Mm.
Chapter 30, Nafisa Caseman. I read that book and it was about her journey from being a single mom. Basically, she had a child with someone she met when she was in America, and he didn't want anything to do with it.
Mm.
And she like basically resented him, all of that. And then
Mm.
she came back to the UK and then did her inner work and forgave him. And now like she's just basically becoming like women empowerment, doing women empowerment stuff, relationship coach and all that. So after reading that book, then I was like, I felt empowered, and that's where it started. And then, in fact, I did a few sessions with her actually, some coaching sessions with her, and we're basically teaching you how to captivate the man, how to how to get to captivate them, and so that's where the journey started. It's like, those relationship guru relationship coach would be like, um, lean back. Don't be so
Mm.
masculine. Don't text him first. Let him chase you. Let him text you
Mm.
because you're the woman. Don't do all the chasing because that's how you repel them. If you want to attract them, then you just go lean back. Act like you don't care. Act like you're busy. All of that kind of stuff.
It sounds exhausting
Yeah.
though.
So I was I was that person. I was like, okay, yeah, I'm not going to tell him I like him. I'm not going to text him that I miss him. He
Mm.
can do all the work, right? So that's how it started. But then how it officially started working on really working on myself and self love. I don't really know where exactly. I can't pinpoint it.
A specific moment,
Yeah,
yeah.
but I just know looking back, I'll be like, oh, why am I still doing this? You know what? I can do better than this. So each time something happens, I'll be like, I can do better than this. I can do better than this. So then I did eventually meet someone 2021. We were seeing each other like for 3 months on off like that. But then I was like, nah, something's not right there because why am I still feel like I'm chasing him or something like that. But anyway, after I felt like he was wasting my time, I was like, you know what? I'm done with him, like that, and again went back into myself. Went back to focus on myself. I meditated, journal. So like in my journal, oh yeah, I think this journaling is part of the self will help me with my self love journey. Writing, saying like affirmations, which I'll come back to. This like saying affirmations and reading all the self help books. Could be like not just like relationship, but also like finance, all that stuff. The philosophy books, I love philosophy books.
Mm.
Um, Spiritual stuff, and then just decided I'm not gonna date anymore. I'm just gonna focus on myself,
Yeah.
and then eventually met someone. But anyway, point is, it was each time I meet someone and then it doesn't work out. I'm like, that's where I went wrong.
Mm.
Go back. So I always like reflecting. I think that's how the then now looking back, I'm like, that is my self love journey. So
Mhm.
I've never really pinpoint. That's it. I'm gonna stop my self love journey. It's never been like that. It's more like I'm looking back. That was how I built sort of like filling this cup of self love. I
Mhm.
mean, if that makes sense. So yeah. Um,
Do you ever feel like you lose yourself in relationships?
I used to, yeah,
Yeah.
sacrifice a lot,
Mm.
and that's another thing. Like after coming out of the long term relationship, which I was for 9 years, um, I look back, I'm like, wow, I really suppressed my personality for that person. And that's when I was like, never, ever again am I suppressing, am I sacrificing myself for anyone.
Mm.
So after leaving that 9 year relationship, it was 2019, that's when I started to go do dancing,
Mhm.
training in heels, because I've always loved dancing. The reason why I never did dancing is because, well, as in earlier, was because of my ex, who was for 9 years. He was so judgy. He would make funny comments and make me feel like insecure.
Yeah.
And anyway, so but yeah, then I decided when I left him, then I decided I'm gonna do my own thing, do whatever I want, and I started going out. Okay, had a bit of a hot girl era at one point. um, Going out and I started wearing whatever I want, because when I was with him, he didn't like me dressing a certain way. So I also suppressed that. He didn't like me wearing bodycon dresses, all
Mm.
of that stuff. And then after I left him, and then decided, yeah, you know what, I'm going to embrace who I am, and that's
Mhm.
where this journey of being my true authentic self started, actually.
Mhm.
But then after him, then I was dating that toxic guy, drug
Mhm.
roadman, drug dealer, whatever you want to call him.
Mm. Wow.
Yeah. That's yeah. And then thank goodness I started dancing, that helped a little bit,
Mhm.
but he still like almost destroyed my confidence.
Mm.
But because I have dance on the side, whenever I go back to dance, I'll get my confidence back. But when I don't go, it's like he gets me out, takes me out of my confidence like that. Yeah.
Mm.
So I don't know if I answered your question. That's a lot. What's I said there?
Um, well, you've just launched Conscious Queenology, right?
Mm.
What is Conscious Queenology, first off?
Okay, so conscious queenology. So first of all, conscious queen. Let's put it. First of all, you're supposed to be conscious queen. That's like meaning. So like women, we are queens, but to be a queen, you also have to have like all these certain qualities. Not every woman is a queen, or every man is a queen, is a king.
Mhm.
I'm not saying you're not worthy of it. Everyone is worthy of it, but you have to embody the qualities. So, for example, you do not settle for good enough. Be your true authentic self. Love yourself and respect yourself. Know your worth, and be confident, and don't be insecure, and help and elevate other women.
Mm.
That is a real queen.
Mm.
But if you're not loving yourself, you don't have respect for yourself, y- you're not a queen, in
Mm.
my eyes.
Yeah.
There's no point saying, "Oh yeah, I'm a queen," but when you don't even love yourself, you're here disrespecting yourself and allowing these men, or even or people in general, disrespecting you. And conscious is being um so conscious is being, first of all, self-aware
Mhm.
of um of who you are, to know who you are, and also spiritually, well, or maybe not necessarily spiritual, could be even religious, but just be aware of surroundings, of yourself, things like that. And the reason why I named it Quenology in the end, because I thought this is like me teaching you something. Like, so it's by the way, Conscious Quenology is a coaching program, one-to-one coaching program. We'll be group coaching soon, but I'm here like coaching you, teaching you. Well, I don't want to say teach, but I'm helping you to become the best version of yourself. So I feel like it's like a degree, it's like a course. So Queenology.
Yeah.
But not gonna lie though, not only that, I did hear this word from this guy, this American guy. He spoke about it, and then he said Queenology. I was like, oh, cute. And
Mm.
also, and then, but I added conscious Queenology because I'm a spiritual person, so I want to also help women, um, like sort of be in touch with the feminine side, which involves being spiritual, the divine
Yeah.
feminine, and the goddess energy, and yeah.
The stuff that you said about, like, in your eyes, someone who's a queen is someone who's like true to their authentic
Yeah.
self, which I think, like, in theory is like good advice, but then how do you really tap into that, like, on a day to day?
Mm. So I always say, so for example, me, when I do something, let's say, okay, let's say if you're with a friend,
Mhm.
let's say you ask me to do something, and if I don't want to do it, but I still say yes, then I'm not being authentic. I'm not being true to myself. I'm just
Yeah.
people pleasing.
Mm.
So people pleasing is one of them. So like, um, if you're afraid, you're people pleasing because you you're afraid you might lose that person. Could be that, or you just feel like you want to see that person happy all the time. Um, so you don't put yourself first,
Mm.
and because you don't put yourself first, you're not honoring yourself, and you're not honoring your soul. So you're not being true, your true authentic self. So I would say, when you're being your true authentic self, you're also honoring your soul, honoring your desires, and not just be like, oh yeah. If you're not honoring your desires, sometimes you're probably just settling for good enough, settling for breadcrumbs.
Yeah.
So let's say, for example, relationship, for example,
Mm.
or for girls who are in situationships, um, if you meet a guy with a situationship or relationship, and if they're not giving what you deserve or what you want, like
Mm.
they give you breadcrumbs, they're just breadcrumbing you, but you're like, you know what, it's okay. At least he does this when I see him. Then you're settling for good enough. Then you're not honoring yourself. You're not being true to yourself because that's not really what you want.
Mm.
So I think that's the best example.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, ladies, thanks for joining us here on another episode of the Woman Up podcast. We absolutely love, love, love your support. And I just want to take a moment to say, please subscribe wherever it is that you're watching from, whether it's Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, it really doesn't matter where. It just really helps us grow and keeps the podcast going. If you're feeling especially inspired, please leave us a comment with feedback or even topic suggestions. It really means the world to us, and I personally read everything. So thanks in advance. We appreciate you, and let's get back to the episode. Do you think there's other areas in women's lives that, apart from relationships, where we might settle?
Like jobs.
Yeah.
So, for example, like career. So, I'm gonna say career. I mean, like, let's say you're in. Let's just say I don't know, top of my head. Sell you sell insurance.
Okay.
Okay, for example, I don't
Yeah.
know why I use that, but you sell insurance and you make good money. You've been doing this for 5 years, same position, same job, and like that. But you're like, and the only thing you're probably thinking, oh, let me just get the promotion. But in the same industry, that promotion is probably just become a supervisor, maybe a manager, but you're still in insurance. But deep down inside, you're like, I really wish I could do something else. I really wish I could maybe do a totally different career. But I'm just so scared. I'm scared of taking that risk. And I feel like if you're scared to take risks, you're not honoring, so not being true to yourself. You're just settling there
Mm-hmm.
for what is comfortable.
Mm.
Nothing wrong with wanting to be comfortable, but I feel like if you're so deep down inside your soul is like you want to do more. If, for example, if you say to yourself or you think to yourself like, I really wish I could do this, or before I die, if I could do this before I die, then that would be amazing, or something like that. If I had all the money in the world, da, da, da. If you're saying that, that means you're not fulfilling your dream. You're not really doing what your soul wants.
Yeah.
You're actually selling for good enough.
Mm.
My opinion of that.
So what does your coaching program look like? Like, how do you help people? Like, I mean, obviously without giving too much away
Yeah.
of your content, but like, what do you help them with? Is it like daily stuff they can do, or?
So it depends. Everyone's different depending on what they want. So I focus mainly on self love. So I call myself self love coach.
Yeah.
And I believe everything from building confidence to maybe a change of mindset, like change of mindset, going for what I think you want, all stems from self love. Um, so for example, confidence. Reason why, okay, let's say if I have a client come to me, oh, I really like confidence. I really like, for example, I don't like the way my body looks, da da da. Like, I feel like I need to lose weight. I don't know what to eat, blah blah, things like that. Because that's just, you know what, just say, for example, yesterday, in fact, I had a consultation with a girl, and I was just telling her, and she was just telling me how she's never liked her body.
Oh wow.
Um, she takes laxative
Oh no.
for a long time
Mm.
just so because she believes she can lose her weight, and she just doesn't never liked her way she look has facially and body and things like that. And also she also always been told that she's too much, she's too loud, she doesn't know, people told her that she doesn't ever know when to be quiet. So then I said to her, originally she came to me because she wanted a PT or fitness program, but I didn't go to. I just said to her, um, I said to her, you need to work on your self love. I said, it's got fitness is great. Obviously, it's good to work out and everything, but I think the main thing is for you right now is to work on self love. So for her, if she's a client that she's come that I have, first of all, I will work on her. I'll give her a nutrition plan. So not nutrition plan. I tell her to write me her food diary, and I give her advice. So nutrition will be included. And if she wants fitness, and I'll be probably write her a fitness program. And with that, and I also have like coaching once a week with her.
Mm.
Coaching on, for example, it might be, let's focus on her body, for example. Then I'll be like, okay, so what exactly is it that you don't like about? So there's always gonna we could pick this specific thing that they're struggling with, and then we just work through it. So yeah, so basically, some people might want to work on their femininity. And I have another girl who wants to be more feminine, and because she says she keeps attracting feminine men,
Mm.
she wants a masculine man like that. And I said to her, look, you're very masculine yourself. You need to, if you want to attract a masculine man, then you have to you have to work being feminine. So then, for example, her literally she just be talking, and then afterwards I pick up a point where, when she tells me like, for example, her date, I'd be like, okay, stop there, this bit here, da da da. What could you have done better? I would suggest try this next time, da da da, like that.
Mm.
So they're always going to be like a goal setting at the end. I'll give you maybe a couple of goals for you to focus on. I wouldn't say goals or intentions.
Mm-hmm.
But how it looks like is basically, yeah, it all depends on your goal,
Mm.
what you're trying to work, and then yeah, structure where we sort of pinpoint the specifics that you struggle with.
Yeah.
I don't know if that makes sense.
No, that does make sense. The thing that I'm seeing like a lot online, and
Mm,
I wonder like what your take on it is like this like crossover between like self-acceptance and
mm,
self-love. So
mm,
like the woman that you mentioned that she's not happy with the way her body is, etc., etc., is the answer, well, let me work on my body and
mm,
create some kind of fitness program?
mm,
Or is the answer, well, this is who I am and love me for who I am?
mm.
And is there like a gray area?
Are you saying that, some women who say I'm not going to work because I'm happy with my body, so I'm going to brace
Yeah.
my curves.
Yeah.
Okay, so that can be very toxic. I've
Mm.
said this on my podcast before. I said there's a difference between embracing your curves, as in like you're naturally have more like your bones are bigger, whatever, or you're naturally curvy, but you're still working out. But also there are only some women who just like, I don't like to use the word, but I'll just say overweight,
Mm-hmm.
right? You're unhealthy, basically unhealthy. You're actually have got an unhealthy weight
Mm.
where you can't even touch your toes. When you struggle to when you run out of breath just by walking one flight of stairs, and you can't even run off of the bus, and you're saying I'm embracing my curves. That is toxic. That is being delusional. That is not
Okay.
that you cannot say I'm accepting my body. No, you need to take. You don't love yourself right
Mm-hmm.
now. That if you love yourself, you would actually take care of yourself, because your body's your temple. Your body is like a machine. I say your body is like a car. So you put in the good
Mm.
food, quality petrol, high quality petrol into your body,
Yeah.
right? But if you're not, if you just say no, I'm going to eat whatever I want because I embrace my curve, da, 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 just accept. I don't need to work out because I'm happy with myself.
But that's what I mean. It's like, I feel like there needs to be a definition of self
Mm,
love, because I could be like, well, I love myself and I love what it feels like to eat this
mm,
massive cake. Like you love cake, you said
yeah,
earlier. So I'm just going to sit here and eat the whole thing. But then, really, what you're saying is that's going against self love because that's not
that's not.
beneficial for your body.
Yeah, that's self love is. So when you eat that cake, for example, okay, let's say when you eat that cake, it feels good,
Mm.
but you know that it's not making. If you eat too much of that, it's not good for your body.
Mm.
If you know something is bad, why would you put it in your body? Then you're not really loving your body.
Yeah, but then I could just say, well, because it makes me feel good and I love myself. So.
Then it's like that sounds like you're just avoiding something. It's like, what are you
Mm.
trying to escape from?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you're saying, oh, I'm eating that because it makes me feel good. Okay, so why can't other stuff, like why can't you find happiness like from
From
within?
something
Yeah, from
else.
something else. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So like if you felt like a client was like demonstrating these kind of toxic
Mm.
opinions, you would pull them up on it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, yeah. Like I've said it to I used to have a client, so I used to be a PT. So one of my clients, she had liposuction,
Mm-hmm.
she had lip fillers, she had nose job,
Mm-hmm.
facelift, everything.
Mm.
Literally head to toe, she had everything done, right?
Mm.
I'm not against it.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong. Like if you want to do that, fine.
Mm.
But because some girls be like, oh, if I'm gonna get this done so I feel more confident,
Mm.
then I'll be happy with myself. Do you, it's not true. because this client who had everything done head to toe, she came to me for personal training sessions saying she needs to lose weight.
Yeah.
Every single week she came in, she was like, "Oh, Celia, oh my God, I ate so much over the weekend. I put on so much weight. Can you not see?" I'm like, "Your washboard abs. You got washboard abs. Like, there's so many women out there would die for your body right now." I
Yeah.
said to her, "Love yourself." I literally said those words. I love yourself.
Yeah.
I said, "You're like you're there's some sort of insecurity right now." And then she goes, "Yeah, but you don't understand. Like, it's just, yeah, I don't like the way I look." And she said, "I don't like the way I look,"
Yeah.
even though she's had all those stuff done.
Mm.
And and she eats healthy. She works out hard and everything. She does Pilates and everything like that. But that's another thing. You can be eating healthy. I said this to my clients yesterday as well. You can be eating all the healthy food. You can be working out like loads in the gym, but doesn't mean you love yourself. Doesn't mean you're at peace because you're just addicted to this. You're addicted to working out, obsessed with eating healthy because you're not at peace with yourself because you're thinking like, oh shit, like I don't like the way I look, so I'm gonna have to keep I'm gonna have to keep eating like this, and then you're stressing yourself out.
Yeah.
So yeah, so self love is very deep. It's not just words, as I always say.
Yeah.
So, like for example, earlier I said affirmations. Affirmation, you can say as many affirmations as you want, but they mean shits if you don't embody them.
Mm-hmm.
You can say, "Oh, I love myself. I love myself. I'm worthy." But then probably in real life you don't even know your worth because you're going to settle for some like dickhead who disrespects you. Do you know what I mean? Like, do you really love yourself? Because if you love yourself, you know your worth. You would not settle for some guy who's breadcrumbing you, as an example. So
Yeah.
yeah.
What would you say is like the top self-love habits, like daily habits or weekly habits that you would recommend that will help
Um.
you to move towards like self-love, or I like you said self-peace as well.
Yeah.
I should like
Peace.
trademark that.
Did I say self peace?
Yeah, I don't know if you said, I don't know, maybe you said peace, but then in my head
It's a self
I heard
peace.
self-peace. And I was like, "Ooh, this sounds like a
Yeah.
new."
Um. But yeah, peace is one of them.
Yeah.
Because inner peace is also when once you love yourself, you have that inner peace. And when you love, it's like a formula. Once you love yourself, you no longer care what people think
Mm.
because you know who you are, and that's where the confidence comes in. And when you're confident, you no longer what care people think because you know who you are. That's when you're at peace because you also accepted yourself and you
Hmm.
accepted who you are and love every single part of you. That's why you're at peace. So, but practice is. Did you say practice?
Yeah, like habits or practices that you would recommend for like people that really want to nurture that part of them.
Um, I would say check in with yourself.
Mm.
So each time when you do something, so for example, like, oh, do I want to do this? Do I really want to do this? Because I used to be like, always been open to opportunities. If someone
Hmm.
asked me, oh, do you want to try this business idea with me, that, I used to be like, oh yeah, sure, 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 like that. But after, then I was like, hmm, if it doesn't satisfy my soul, then I'm not going to do it.
Yeah.
So that's what I mean by checking in. So I always ask myself, how do I really feel? And if it feels good, then I'm gonna go for it. If I don't, then I'm not gonna do it. That's so checking in with yourself, self awareness.
Hmm.
Self awareness is one of them. Um, I was gonna say meditation, but it's not for everybody. But you have your own ways of doing it. Meditation could do for you could be walking in the park, could be literally sitting there like hum or whatever.
Do
You could even be Pilates, could be anything different. But
you
I was
actually think that meditation's not for everyone?
no, I'm saying sitting there still.
Oh,
Some people, because
okay.
there's different ways of meditation. Some
Yeah,
people
yeah,
might like
yeah.
just to
Mm.
walking meditation.
Okay.
Um, but answering your question, no, I think meditation is for everyone.
Yeah, I think that as well.
Yeah,
I used to think, oh no, I can't meditate because my
yeah,
mind is like super busy. But then I realized that's the reason why I probably need meditation more than like
yeah.
anyone, because that is the whole point of it, is like to help you to
Mm.
quieten your mind and everything. So,
And I think some people can't sit still.
mm,
So I don't know if you've seen on my story, but a couple of months back, I basically, 'cause I do Pilates, mat
yeah.
Pilates. So I sometimes so in the gym, sometimes I'll instead of working doing like weightlifting, I literally just do Pilates in the studio. And one time I just thought, let me just close my eyes and just listen to music. Like I was listening to Sabrina Claudio,
Mm-hmm.
and so like very nice and like
Soothing.
soothing and
Mm.
feminine energy. But anyway, I'll close my eyes and I'll just allow my body just to move. N- be in my body and not in my head. I was not in my head. I was just connected to my body and just move. How I just flowing. I just moved however I wanted. I'm not planning ahead. Just just moved however I want. So if I wanted to put my leg up, I'm gonna put my leg up and just went with it. Closed my eyes for 20 minutes and I felt so good.
Mm.
That was a form of meditation. That was movement
Mm.
meditation.
Yeah.
So if some people don't like sitting down, trying to like be still,
Mm.
that could be one way. That's why
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying like walking meditation is could be for someone as well.
Yeah. Okay, so wait, where are we? So we got meditation, check in with yourself.
Yeah, and I was gonna, I would say also like working, like putting quality nutritious food
Mm.
is also a form of self love and working out. But working out is also part of self care, taking care of
Yeah.
yourself. But it does fall under self love because you're honoring your body.
Mm-hmm.
But working out as a woman, for women especially, work out according to your cycle. I think
Yeah.
that is a massive self love because you're honoring your body. A
Mm.
lot of times we just probably like care about our physical, but as women we need to also honor our cycle, our
Mm-hmm.
body, listen to it. So what I mean by that is, you've probably seen it. I talk
Mm.
about a lot about it. If you're on your period, I always say don't work out. If you really want to work out, then do something slow, like maybe go for a walk, like back Pilates, something that's very slow, um, and just because when on your period, your body's going through a lot. Although you might not be experiencing pain, but
Mm.
your body is shedding the lining of the uterus. So
Mm-hmm.
that's a lot going on. And then after the period, then the follicular phase, and then you do more cardio stuff, things like that. So basically, try to work, not try to, you should work out according to your cycle, and that is honoring yourself as a woman.
Yeah. And getting to know your body as
Yeah,
well.
get to know your body as well. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, I feel like I'm like completely lost with all of that.
What do you
Um,
mean?
like I just see like my period as like this thing that happens throughout the month and just
Yeah.
deal with it.
Yeah.
Like my skin breaks out.
Mm,
Like I know my period's coming because I've got like spots on
mm,
the side of my
mm,
face. And then it's like, okay, just get over it and then
mm.
keep it moving. But I think I spoke to you about it a few months ago where I
Yeah.
was like introduced to a book that was about like your cycle and
Yeah.
like what kind of exercises you should do and what you should eat at like different
Which book is
phases
it?
and oh, I don't remember what it's called now, but
In the Flow?
yes, in the
Did,
flow.
did, did I tell you about that?
No, I think
Oh,
when I told you, you were
yeah.
like, "Oh my god, yeah, that
Yeah,
book changed
yeah,
my
yeah, yeah,
life."
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so then like how do you even begin to like educate yourself on that? Because I don't feel like as women we're ever taught these
Yeah.
things.
So, do you track your period?
Yeah, that is one thing that I do
Okay.
on like
So,
an app.
yeah, so definitely do that. That's
Mm.
step number one. And then, number two, you can start with when you're on your period, get used to not stressing your body. So, meaning if you do want to go to gym, literally just do Pilates stretching,
Okay.
but gentle stretches,
Mhm.
or just going for a walk in the park. Um, but don't do no weightlifting,
Mm.
hit circuit, all of that stuff. I know there are PTs out there who are more aware now, but they'll be like, oh, just take longer rest. You can still lift, but just lift lighter and longer rest. My thing is because I'm adding the spiritual side of it. When we're on a period, so let's go back to thousands of years. So it's like a sisterhood. When women come on period, they gather around
Mhm.
in a circle uh, under the moon, and they basically just bleed, and then because they're intuitive, that, and they just don't do anything. They like they rest, and the men. Usually, men come to so yeah, but apparently they have like veil like covering them, and then men will come to see them when on the period to ask for their advice because they're
No
most
way.
intuitive. Yeah, Google it. So like yeah, so when you're on your period, that's when you're more intuitive as well. Um, and yeah, so also when you're on your period, it's a time to because basically, because like I said, you're shedding the lining of the uterus. You need to let your body rest. There's a lot going on, and also the time to really connect with your womb,
Mm-hmm.
tap into your feminine energy.
Yeah.
So that's why I say to people, don't do anything. Try to really rest. But I know the non-spiritual way, PTs are saying, just take longer rest.
Mm.
But for me, I always say I don't. So when I'm on period, I don't work out.
Okay.
Only the last 2 days, I don't know, start doing Pilates. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah. So track your cycle. Get used to not stressing your body during your period. And then after when your period finished, that week, the first 7 days, you can do more like cardio stuff. You can still lift weights, but you can do more like you have more energy, do more cardio, things like that.
Mm.
So yeah, that's what I think say will start. So yeah,
Okay.
check a cycle and
And read that book.
yeah. Oh, have you ever read it?
I haven't finished it.
Okay.
Yeah, but I did start it. And even just like the first chapter, I was like
Mm.
blown away by the information.
I
that was
think
in
also,
there.
you know what, is you need to understand why you need to do these exercises and why not this time.
Mm-hmm.
Learn about the hormones and the energy level.
Mm-hmm.
So when you're on your period, your hormones and energy level are the lowest.
Yeah.
And because so that's why you should rest. After your period, your hormones and your energy level start to rise, but they're not at the peak yet. When you're ovulating, that's when you're at peak, and that's when also you're more like sociable.
Oh, okay.
You're more sociable because you're ovulating. You're like want to make babies.
Mm-hmm.
So that's when you want to go out. Not saying you want to go
Okay,
out
I
to
hear
freaking
you.
get one night stand, but
Yeah, yeah,
that's
yeah.
also your hormones are making you more sociable as well, making you want to
Okay.
go out more.
Okay.
And then your luteal phase, which comes two phases. The first week of luteal phase, your energy is still high, and then the week just before your period, your energy starts to drop,
Mm-hmm.
and that's when, and also you start to get probably angry, you start to get emotional.
Yeah, I
And
always cry
now
like the week
with that,
before.
I always say, that's not going to the spiritual side. The truth is coming out.
Mm.
You're crying because you're purging. Um, it could be on some emotions that you never dealt with, some trauma. It might not have to be trauma like from childhood. It could be just something that you have been holding on to,
Mm-hmm.
like recently or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
You never resolved it. And if you're crying right now, you're more sensitive. It's just the truth is coming out.
Mm.
So that in that book, it also tells you if you're in a relationship, yeah, if you can go through if you're like basically going through a rocky patch, and if you want to consider whether should we break up or not, they always say go through all the 4 phases, because when you're in a follicle after you come off your period, you're more like tolerant. You'll be like, oh yes, fine, whatever,
Oh, I
like that.
see.
But when you're in a luteal phase, you'll be like, oh my god, like you start all the truth, those feelings you had before comes back, and that's why you like sometimes be like, oh yeah, it's fine, whatever, like that.
Yeah.
So if you can go through all phases and go through like 2-3 times, and then you get clarity basically.
Mm-hmm.
So for example, like last year when I went through that breakup, my heart was broken, and that there'd be times where I'm fine, and then times where I'm starting to get so emotional, start crying, and I check my app, be like, oh, I'm in my luteal phase. No wonder I was teary like that.
Yeah. Just
Yeah.
make an excuse.
Yeah, that as well. But no, but yeah,
No, you're right.
but I was extra emotional in the first 2 months because obviously I was so
Yeah.
hurt. But yeah.
Yeah. No, but I genuinely think like that cycle for me
Mm.
is like clockwork. So it's
Yeah.
like acne at some point,
Yeah.
then the period,
Yeah.
and then like you say, like the crying and all of that. Yeah. It's
You can also, the book does also say, I don't know where you got up to, but nutrition can help.
yeah, I did
So
start
if
to
you
get through that
yeah,
phase.
so if you get acne,
Mm,
it's probably you got too much estrogen in your body.
okay.
So eat more green leafy green veggies to
Mhm.
help flush the estrogen out.
Okay. Yeah, I need to definitely finish reading that
Yeah.
book. Yeah, I feel like I've got through everything except I want to know like what are your next goals with like Conscious Queenology? Like what's the plan? Where are you going with it?
Okay, well, goals. Okay, so right now it's the one-to-one coaching, but eventually I want to do group coaching because I want that freedom. And I do want to do retreats. But Conscious Queenology is just a coach in itself.
Yeah.
But to be honest, the bigger vision is Cilia Li, so my name, me basically. But
Yeah.
being as a person, so I want to become, I want to be able to impact as many women as possible, around the world. Um, I wanna. So my ultimate dream is I wanna. There's this like event. Had this vision for a few years now. Um, Massive venue. I don't know if convention is the right word for it, but basically
Mm,
there's different rooms, one main stage, and I have panels there,
mm,
and then there's an exhibition area,
yeah.
and there's another room, a smaller stage, but could be like a workshop or something like that. So all also, and then there's another room for networking, all to do with women empowerment. And already, I'm telling you already how I want this, how the show to start. I'm going to start the show on the main stage with my girls dancing.
Oh, nice.
I want a heels dance because my brand is sensual, sexy, like confidence, like femininity and self love. So the dancing bit is the bring the sensuality, yeah, embrace your sensuality basically. And it's okay to be sexy, by the way, ladies. Yeah. So yeah, that's why. So I already know, like, I want it to be like opened with dance, piece. I'll be in it as well. So a little bit of a Beyonce kind of opening.
Yeah.
Come in and I'll be like pose like yeah. I already had that in mind. Um, yeah, that's the ultimate goal. So like I want to be able to do these like events at least maybe once a year.
Yeah.
Like was it festival? Is it called festival? I don't know.
I don't know if it's like yeah, I don't know what the
Mm,
word is, but I guess like a I don't know, it's like a conference with like a exhibition with
yeah.
like a festival just mixed.
And I want my number is 5,000 people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like that's one of the reasons why me and you like connected
Yeah.
because I think our goal is like really similar.
Mm,
Because I've always wanted to do an event like that as well.
yeah.
I definitely won't be the Beyonce opening act,
Okay.
but
You will just come on. Thank you, ladies.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Give it to the ladies. Don't worry, I'll come dance on your show, your event.
Yeah, you can come dance on mine. But yeah, sign me up for one of the panels. I would love to like
Okay.
be involved.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, how can people work with you? Like, tell us how they can connect with you.
So, you can find me on Instagram. I am Cilia Li. So Cilia Li. Pay attention to this. The reason I spell it out because people will spell my name Celia wrong. They spell it with an E.
I spelled it with two L's.
Yeah, all that. So
before.
either
Yeah.
Cillia or Celia, the American way. But mine's just
Mm.
Cilia and my surname Li Li.
Mm-hmm.
So you can either like work with me for coaching, self-love coaching, or if you want fitness, help with fitness, so you can fitness online coaching. Also you can come onto my podcast. I've got a podcast called The Cilia Li Show. So DM me on my Instagram. And if you want to come on as a guest, you have a specific topic that you want to talk about or discussion. Doesn't if you have a story, if you don't have a story, but you want to talk about something, maybe something that you have some sort of expertise that you believe that will empower women, help women, then just come on like that. Or you can book me to teach workshops or confidence building workshop for
Mm.
women, and that involves sometimes it could be some walking workshop where so I believe walks like the dancer walk is what is helps build confidence in women because you feel sexy because you feel like
Yeah.
I know at first it is uncomfortable because I think
It
when
is,
we did
yeah, I was
yeah
gonna say we did an event.
yeah
When it was last year. Yeah, it was
yeah it was
last
last year
year.
yeah
Oh my god. Yeah, so we did an event last year, and Celia did a walking workshop, and I loved it.
yeah
But it was very like out of my comfort zone.
yeah yeah
100%.
yes that or invite me to speak on a panel guest speaker whatever and yeah
Amazing. Thank you so much.
thank you for having me on.
This won't be like the last time we do stuff together, but yeah, it's our
Mm,
first Woman Up podcast together. So yeah, I really appreciate it.
thank you.
If you've enjoyed this episode, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, follow. Any kind of engagement is like hugely appreciated. And thanks, guys. See you next time.